We will be starting opening ceremonies in just a few seconds for you all to get settled, but here in just a few seconds, we're going to be getting started with opening ceremonies.
All right. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the first Indiana Robotics Shoals qualifying tournament. I am one of your MCs today. My name is Emily. This is Andrew.
Hello. One more time. Hello. That's what I thought. Welcome to Decode, presented by RTX, part of the first AGE season presented by Qualcomm. FIRST is a global robotics community preparing young people for the future. FIRST engages students in grades pre-K through 12 in our suite of STEM programs, FIRST LEGO League, FIRST Robotics Competition, and of course, FIRST Tech Challenge. FIRST Tech Challenge started in 2005, and we've grown to more than 8,000 teams in more than 55 countries. By joining us today, you are part of this movement. All of you are helping make this program possible for the next generation of inventors. So thank you so much for coming out today.
We're in for such a fun day together, and I can't wait to see how everything comes together. These 29 teams have been working so hard to design and build their robots for this year's challenge, Decode. We are so excited to have you here. Let's welcome all of the students we have competing here today.
This season, students will step into a world of archaeology, uncovering stories hidden in artifacts, tools, and discoveries. Our students will dig deeper using STEM skills and creativity as they design, build, program, and drive their robots. Together, they'll take on thrilling head-to-head challenges inspired by the science of discovery.
And of course, a huge shout out to our season sponsor, RTX. They put together a special welcome message for all of you, so let's check it out.
Welcome, FIRST Tech Challenge teams, and congratulations on advancing to this level of the Decode season. This is an amazing program. Nearly 100,000 students across 81 countries develop STEM skills, practice engineering principles, and explore the value of teamwork in FIRST Tech Challenge. Through the RTX collaboration with FIRST, we hope our work inspires you to think about how technology can be used to not only prepare for the future, but to also learn from the past. Now my colleague Amanda will show you some incredible technologies that are currently being used by archaeologists.
Check it.
Thanks, Dantea. Here in Portsmouth, Rhode Island, RTX's underwater acoustics capability is similar to the technology archaeologists use to locate, image, and map ancient sites and artifacts. Synthetic aperture sonar uses an artificial array of transducers to scan the seafloor, collecting data to form an ultra-high resolution picture. These images reveal the shape and size of objects, like shipwrecks, in much more detail than traditional sonars. And from the sky, archaeologists use remote sensing techniques to research past societies and cultures. RTX unlocked the next generation of remote sensing by using digital engineering to produce sensors that are smaller, lighter, and more capable for a variety of Earth observation missions. Traveling on satellites, these imaging instruments provide maximum resolution imagery from space. Working with NASA, RTX is designing a new remote sensing instrument to identify land patterns like crop production, mineral mapping, and forest management. Right now, RTX engineers work in 30 countries, focused on things like advanced avionics, directed energy, electric propulsion, hypersonics, and quantum physics.
These are only a few of our industry-leading projects at RTX that allow us to see further and in more detail than ever before. Working with this year's FIRST Tech Challenge teams has been energizing and impactful, and your passion for inventing is second to none. Whatever the outcome of today's competition, you're all having an impact. Best of luck, teams.
Thank you to RTX for your support of First Tech Challenge this season.
Being part of First doesn't end when you graduate. As alumni, you'll always have a place in this community with chances to volunteer, make new friends, connect with professionals, and keep sharing the future. Keep shaping the future, excuse me. Volunteering at events at any First event is a great way to stay involved after high school. There are over 20 First events in Indiana each year that can always use more volunteers. Let's take a moment to recognize the First alumni who are here today giving back as volunteers and mentors. Please stand or wave so that we can thank you. Please stand and wave, everybody. Learn more here so that we can learn more all about the First experience. I'd like to turn it over to Lori Langley, our statewide volunteer coordinator.
All right, thank you, Andrew. Hello, everyone. We want to take a moment to celebrate a very special cross-program volunteer that we recognized at our first LEGO League state championship last month. That's why I'm interrupting them over there. He was scheduled to serve at that event, but the flu unfortunately had other plans for him that day. With all of you here today, and given the fact that he's volunteering at this event, I thought you could help us make it loud. During the Unearthed season, this volunteer went above and beyond, supporting 2 qualifying tournaments and the Southern State Semi-State Championship. But his impact was felt long before match play began because he devoted his time to recruiting, training, and supporting referees throughout the season to ensure that consistency, fairness, and really a positive experience for all of our teams on the field. I think you'll all agree that he does the same as a referee or sometimes as a head referee in the First Tech Challenge program. Please join me in congratulating Bode Swango, our Outstanding Volunteer Award recipient for the first LEGO League Unearthed season. So, woo. Thank you, Bode. And thank you for saying yes to just about any request that we make of you. So we appreciate it. And I'll hand it back over to Emily.
Thank you. Hang on, I lost my spot. All right. For some of you, Decode may be your final season as a student in First. For those of you in your final year of high school, you're becoming a First alumni, and we can't wait to see how you'll stay connected and inspire the next generation. All of our students in their final seasons, please stand to be recognized.
Now to all our First alumni, please join us to take a First alumni group photo, volunteer photo, and senior student photo at the beginning of lunch.
Speaking of volunteers, I'd like to recognize some volunteers who make today happen. First, let's recognize our judges. These individuals have a difficult job of singling out the best of the best from today's teams. They've already been busy this morning interviewing teams and reviewing team information. They'll be in the pits, watching matches, and then we'll be deliberating later today.
Next, I'd like to introduce you to our First technical advisors, or FTAs, control system advisors, and robot inspectors. Our technical volunteers know the ins and outs of the robot control system we use to run this competition and are key to keeping the event moving smoothly. They ensure the robots are running properly on the field. Thank you all, and please thank them for us. With a round of applause, thank you.
And finally, I'd like to introduce our referees. Our referees have the difficult job of ensuring everyone is playing by the rules. As in all sports, their rulings are final and there will be no reruns or video replays. Please help us stick to the schedule by respecting their decisions and directing questions to the question box, which is located right in front of the scoring table on this little tiny piece of tape. Thank you, referees.
I want to take a moment to recognize and thank all of the parents, coaches, mentors, and volunteers who make this event possible. Students, please make it loud for everyone who supported your journey here. We also ask all of you today to honor the first ethos, gracious professionalism. This means doing your best work and at the same time respecting and valuing the other students, teams, and volunteers here. And who better to help explain the core value of FIRST than our program leaders, FIRST alumni, Rachel Moore and Colin Fultz.
I'm Rachel, and this is Colin. We're both FIRST alumni, and together we lead FIRST Tech Challenge. We'd like to talk about something that's important and part of the ethos of FIRST programs, gracious professionalism.
If you've never heard the term before, gracious professionalism is kind of like good sportsmanship. But instead of only describing how to behave when you compete, it can apply to all aspects of your life. Gracious professionalism is a way of doing things that encourages high-quality work, emphasizes the value of others, and shows respect for individuals and the community.
FIRST is a small cross-section of the real-life opportunities that each of you will have to make decisions which reflect gracious professionalism. Practicing gracious professionalism doesn't have to be large, sweeping gestures. Instead, it's the little choices that each of us makes when no one is watching that all combine and fuse together to form our collective culture. You already know how to compete hard, and you know how to be kind. Think about how your actions make others feel and how that makes you feel.
Your team probably plans strategy before the season and before each match. You can do the same exercise for how you will handle challenging interpersonal situations that might come up throughout the season. You won't always get it right, and that's okay, because gracious professionalism is a journey, not a destination. It's something we should strive to practice every day. When we make a mistake, we should own it, offer a sincere apology, and attempt to make amends. Then, find ways to do better in the future.
FIRST can be challenging. It's supposed to be. And that means that at times during this season, you may feel pressure and experience stress. In those difficult times, it might seem easier to be selfish or only take your own interests into account. After all, even if you do everything the right way, there's only a handful of teams that will win their last match of the season and be celebrated as world champions. But while there's a limited number of championship trophies, there's no such limit on the number of teams who will have a successful season. Don't waste your time on being envious of others' success. Ask questions, challenge yourself, learn from others, and share your own knowledge.
FIRST programs would not be possible without the time committed by tens of thousands of caring adult volunteers, including team coaches and mentors. As FIRST alumni, we know the impact that mentors and coaches can have on a young person's life. Mentors and coaches are key to establishing and maintaining a team culture. On behalf of more than 100,000 FIRST Tech Challenge students, thank you for all that you do. Aristotle once said, "Educating the mind without educating the heart is no education at all." This season, we hope you have the opportunity to educate both. Good luck.
Before we dig into our matches today, we have one more guest speaker who we'd like to share a message with you. Please give a warm FIRST Tech Challenge welcome to FIRST Indiana Robotics Executive Director, Ashley Robbins.
Hey, everyone. Good morning. Welcome. We are so excited to have you here. I'm bringing out a special guest with me. Come on. This is my special assistant, Emma. Everyone say hi to Emma. I've got a lot of announcements to make today, so I thought Emma could come up and help me read through some of these. So just some logistics things for you about the venue and what we've got going on. So if you haven't seen already, Vincennes University has an information table set up right inside the pits. We would encourage everyone, students, coaches, mentors, parents, stop by and ask some questions. We're so happy to partner with Vincennes in a lot of ways. They've been great for us, and we know that they're really excited to talk to you. There will be a lot of congestion in the cafeteria, and so we are allowing food in the pits. So please be careful, try not to spill, clean up after yourselves, but food is allowed in the pits today since cafeteria space will be tight, and then limiting food to the stands areas. I'm going to pass it off for a couple more announcements.
Rosie's T-shirts and gifts is available by the concession stands. Pre-order pizza will be available by the concession stands at approximately 2:15.
12:15. So if you're looking for some merch, some swag, Rosie's T-shirts is here. Check those out. And then if you pre-ordered pizza, you can pick that up around 12:15. Thanks, Em. I appreciate that. Finn is doing a couple of new things that we want to share with you. So first of all, if you haven't seen this before, we have a quiet room and a family room available at this event. The quiet room, sometimes these events can be overwhelming. We know the pits get really loud, the field can get really loud. And so if you or someone on your team, someone in your family needs a space that's quiet where they can just kind of power down a little bit, we do have that. If you go back out this kind of front way here and then turn, there'll be signage for that quiet room. Again, there's some coloring pages, some fidget toys, puzzle just to kind of relax and unwind if you need that space. It's also doubling as our family room. So if you have young kids with you, there's a nursing tent, there's a changing table, there's some Legos. So also a space for parents and families with young kids if you need a space. That's available to you as well. So we're excited to offer that. We have a new staff member on our team. If you haven't met him yet, Jason Bodner is the new FTC and FLL program manager. Jason, unfortunately, is not here at this tournament with us today, but he's been at several tournaments throughout the season and will be at several of them coming up. If you haven't introduced yourself, please do. You might have seen his emails in your inbox. But he is really excited to get to know our teams, and we're really excited to have him join the Finn team. So please get to know him and share your stories with him. One last new thing that we are adding is what we're calling Walkin' and Talkin' with Ashley. That's me. At each of these tournaments, I want to make myself available to you. I want you to be able to share your stories, your questions, your comments, your concerns. And so from 2 to 3 today, I will be in the area between the field and the pits, so around that concessions area, just open to conversations with all of you. So if you have things that you'd want to share, we also take compliments. If you've just got nice things to say about what you've liked about events you've attended, we would love to hear those. So come share your thoughts with me, talk to me about your team or your experience or what you have going on. I just want that time to be free for you to get to know me and me to get to know you. So join me for Walking and Talking at 2 to 3. Last couple things, I promise, guys, I am almost done. FTC is growing, and it's growing fast, which is exciting. But that means we're going to need more tournaments and more venues to host those tournaments. So if you're interested in hosting a tournament or you've thought about that or you'd like to know more about it, come chat with me about it. Great thing to bring up at Walkin' and Talkin' if you want to know more information. But we're looking for more venues. We'd love to talk to you if you're interested. Last thing is I'm going to invite up Hannah from the student board. Hannah, to talk a little bit, there we go, to talk a little bit about student board activities and what they've got going on.
Thank you. Hi, everybody. Good morning. My name is Hannah, and this is my 3rd year on the Student Board of Directors, which is a full term, and my 2nd year as your Vice President of First Tech Challenge. And I'm just going to talk to you guys a little bit about why I think you should join the Student Board, especially if you love advocacy. On the Student Board, we're essentially the student voice of FIRST. So if people on your team are saying things like, oh, I don't like that there's not quiet rooms at these competitions, you as a Student Board member go to the Student Board and say, we think that quiet rooms should be at the competitions, and you put together the things to do it. So me and my friend Peyton, who's not here today, we put together the plans to create quiet rooms and family rooms at FTC and FLL competitions, which is why you see them here now. Also, if you like advocacy or like doing student government at your school, this is a great way for you to get out and meet new STEM professionals, get involved in government. If you like government, we go to the State House every year. And it's also a great place to make new friends. So we got Harshal over here. We have Andy and Edward, and I get to come and see them at competitions, and it's a great way to form new communities, especially if you're an extroverted person like me. But it's also a great way to just, make new friends, build community, and, improve your standing in FIRST.
Each year, First Tech Challenge creates a new challenge game for teams to learn and compete in. Teams will investigate the power of the world's artifacts and unlock mysteries in the 2025-2026 Decode presented by RTX season. If you're watching Decode for the first time, here's a quick summary of how the game works. Here's how today will roll out. In just a few moments, qualification matches kick off. After that, we'll head into alliance selection, where our top-ranked teams will choose their partners for this afternoon's playoffs. During the playoffs, we'll also celebrate the awards, wrapping up with our event winner awards and, of course, the Inspire Award. It's going to be an exciting day from start to finish.
Before we get started, let's take a moment to be mindful about safety. I want to draw attention to the emergency exits, which I know there's one here in the front. They didn't really prep me on the rest, so two over here. If you're very curious, you can definitely come up here and talk to somebody other than me, because I don't know anything ever. But if you hear an alarm, please evacuate to your nearest emergency exit. Make a plan with your team about what you'll do and where you will regroup in case of an emergency. Fire extinguishers are located throughout the hallways, and the first aid kits are located at pit admin or any Finn official can help. Keeping us safe is everyone's responsibility, so during the course of this event, please help us keep walkways and exits clear, and if you see something unsafe, like a tripping hazard or a spill, please correct the issue immediately or ask pin admin located for help. In addition to physical safety, let's also talk about emotional or psychological safety. Everyone here deserves to have a safe, nurturing, and fun experience. We are a community who looks out for each other, so if you see someone who might be struggling, please check in with them and see how you can help. Thank you all for helping us make this a safe and enjoyable event for all. And before we begin our matches, please rise for the playing of our national anthem.
Teams, are you ready to dig into Decode? Thank you. Teams, in the first match, please take the fields as we get ready to start the day with our match number one of the 2025-2026 First Tech Challenge seasons is here. Wait, this is Shoals, Indiana. This is not Westfield. Good luck to everybody today.
All right, let's go ahead and meet our teams for qualification match number 1. Starting off on the Red Alliance, we have Team 8578, Juden Key Robotics. Joining them, we have Team 15455, the Crimson Roboreals. Starting us off on the Blue Alliance, we have Team 26702, Robo Defenders. And lastly, joining them on the Blue Alliance, we have Team 7193, South Spencer High School. All right, let's go ahead and get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go. We're starting off here in Autonomous, and teams are launching their artifacts, trying to make it into the depot. It's getting a little scary over here. It looks like at the beginning of each match, we have a pattern for our artifacts that the robots will try to recognize and recreate.
Drivers,
that alarm means we are entering our teleop period where the robots are now controlled by our drivers. Lots of robots crashing into each other on the field here, trying to get as many artifacts into the robot as they are allowed to. We have lots chasing of artifacts going on up here. Things are flying out of the field. We have some super interesting systems that these robots are using to launch our artifacts. It looks like in the back here, Junki Robotics launching their artifacts from the furthest point on the field. They seem to have a high accuracy rate. Looks like we have one robot that has dropped dead on the field. Hopefully we'll be able to resuscitate it. If not, rest in peace. Looks like we have one pattern that has been successfully repeated over here. I don't think our volunteers can keep up with all of the artifacts flying out of the field. Seconds left in this match. We are now entering our end-game period. Robots now should attempt to park and fit all the way inside of their parking boxes to get extra points. Have some cheers coming out in the crowd. I really appreciate the enthusiasm. And that is time. Congratulations to both teams, and we'll get our scores as soon as possible. All right, we've started off this match strong with some under review, but let's go ahead and check out those scores. Congratulations to the Red Alliance. Back over to you, Andrew.
All right. All right. Qualification match number 2 is about to get started, but before we do that, let's introduce our teams on the Red Alliance. We've got Team 21945, the Purple Robo-Royals. I'm so sorry if I said your name wrong. And their alliance partner, Team 14954, the Teal Roboreals. On the Blue Alliance, we've got Team 19366 CTF. And their alliance partner, Team 11329 Ice Robotics. All right, let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1. This has got to be one of the most exciting games that I have ever seen. Artifacts are flying left and right, and we are only in autonomous. More artifacts just going all over the field. Meanwhile, all these robots are acting independently. Our drivers and controllers are not allowed to be touching the controllers during the autonomous period.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
All these robots are moving all over the field now. That teleop has begun. Ice Robotics just firing away. Both alliances, red and blue, are just slinging artifacts, really putting our volunteers to work out here. This is a great reminder why safety glasses are important, as these artifacts just won't stop flying. The Blue Alliance moving all over, just like its other Red Alliance. Ice Robotics letting out all of their artifacts. Have a little bit of a collision going on the field. Now, these robots are meant for speed. Now, we're coming up on a minute left in this match. Blue Alliance going after more artifacts. Meanwhile, it's opposite. The Red Alliance looking like it's doing the same, unleashing all those artifacts out of their ramp. More collisions as these robots move all over. Now, they got to pick up and score these artifacts. Now, they're scoring from the closest launch zone, but they are able to launch from that back zone back that way. We are now in the end game. That's what that whistle means. So our alliances are going to have to figure out what they're going to do for the rest of their time. We've got 10 seconds left in this match. It's a close one. Let me tell you that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is the end of qualification match number 2. Let's give it up for all of our teams. All right, our score is about to come in. Let's see who won qualification match number 2. And it was That is the wrong match, everyone. Let's look at that again. This is qualification match number 2. The Blue Alliance has won. Pardon those technical difficulties. This is qualification match number 2. Blue Alliance is the winner. Thank you all.
Let's go ahead and meet our teams for qualification match number 3. Starting us off on the Red Alliance, we have team 32320 Jasper Wirecats Robotics. Joining them on the Red Alliance, we have team 24549 K9 Crew. And starting us off on our Blue Alliance, we have team 13295 Disaster Management. And our last team of this round, we have team 11272 Genesis. All right, let's get this match started in. I had no idea there was a randomization. Okay. He almost punched me, and then he yells at me.
Blue Alliance, final check. Okay, now we're ready.
All right, let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go. Starting off strong on our Blue Alliance, we have 1 complete pattern in our autonomous period. Now we have 2 complete patterns. Seems we only have 1 robot moving during autonomous, but they seem to have successfully parked.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Now this is the start of our driver controlled period. Automatically, we have our Blue Alliance already shooting their artifacts into the depot. Emptying out that classification ramp, trying to start fresh so that they can get more patterns of artifacts. Team 24549 successfully scored an artifact. The Blue Alliance once again releasing that classification ramp so they can start making more patterns. Over on our Red Alliance, we have super close with that artifact, but didn't quite make it in. Super close again for Team 24549. Seems Team 13295 shooting artifacts into the depot. There seems to be artifact traffic over in the corner with our human player for the Red Alliance. Lots and lots of artifacts over there. You can tell that these kids have definitely been hit by these artifacts before because they are very good at dodging them. 25 seconds left in this match. Still plenty of time. That is our alarm sound entering our in-game period. Teams will have a short amount of time to score as many points as possible before they park. We have some major penalties being flown across the field. Red Alliance successfully just scored an artifact. 3, 2, 1. And that is the buzzer for our match number 3. Good job, both teams. Sorry. All right, seems that our match has been reviewed. I'm sure Bo's judgment was as scathing as ever. He's very strict. He doesn't let anybody catch a break. All right, let's go ahead and see those scores for qualification match number 3. Congratulations to our Blue Alliance, and good job to our Red Alliance. Back over to you, Andrew.
All righty. Before we get into our next match, let's introduce our teams for qualification match number 4 on the Red Alliance. We've got team 10755, the Techno Mages, and their alliance partner, team 24202, Den Defenders. And on the Blue Alliance, we have team 13414, Circuit Breakers, and their alliance partner, team 26897, the Emerald Roboreals. All right, qualification match number 4 will begin in 3, 2, 1. Once again, we are in our autonomous period. Oh my goodness, just got almost hit with an artifact. Now, this is so impressive that these students were able to, 1, create a robot that can function autonomously without control, but also to look at that. That artifact just went in, both of them. The Red and Blue Alliances really came to work today.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Once again, we are in the teleop period. Now, our alliances are pretty evenly matched right now, but in driver control, that can change very fast. The Red Alliance is just going after artifact after artifact. Meanwhile, the Blue Alliance is moving around the field scoring those artifacts. This is really a game of shooting these artifacts into these depots and down into these ramps. The Blue Alliance is getting those artifacts down out that way. Meanwhile, their alliance partner is scoring. The Red Alliance moving all over the field, putting that human player to work, putting those artifacts inside of the robot. We are coming up on a minute in this match, and our alliances are still evenly matched. I would say that this is anyone's game right now. We have teams calling out colors, trying to get those matches. That's what that randomization is for at the beginning. 47 seconds left in this match. The Blue Alliance once again filling up that ramp. The Red Alliance trying to do the same, picking up artifacts and trying to score them. 35 seconds. Blue Alliance scoring once again. Artifacts flying. 20 seconds left, which means we are in the end game. Now, these robots have to, well, our players have to decide if they want the robots to park or not. We have 10 seconds left. The match is over in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That buzzer means it is the end for qualification match number 4. Big round of applause to all of our teams. Now, Emily,
Yes?
have you ever heard of this thing called food?
Food? I think so.
Well, did you know that it's available at our concession stands just out these doors? Wonderful food available for anybody that may be having a craving. This is a very high energy game here. I am just blown away by all the artifacts flying. What about you?
I agree. I'm also very, very hungry, and I could definitely go for a couple snacks.
Right out that way, everybody. We have the results for our last match. Let's see who won. And the Blue Alliance has won qualification match number 4. Big congratulations to all of our teams.
Let's go ahead and meet our teams for qualification match number 5. Starting us off on the Red Alliance, we have Team 8791 Green Machine. Joining them on the Red Alliance, we have Team 8149 Panic in the Build Room. And starting off our Blue Alliance, we have Team 24178 Fast Food Robotics. Joining them and rounding off all of our teams for this match, we have Team 10621 North Robotics. Ara, go for randomization. Let's get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go. Starting us off, Team 8791 immediately going for that autonomous, almost knocking out one of our refs. Seems to be our only robot moving during the autonomous period. Woo! I think that was a personal attack. I'll be talking to you about this after.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
We are now entering our driver-controlled period. Teams are starting off. Team 8149 almost hitting the ref again. These balls really do fly everywhere. Artifacts being launched. It's kind of dangerous out here, which is another great reminder just to always be wearing your safety glasses. Seems we don't have any patterns just yet, but teams are still working to launch their artifacts. Team 24-17-8 launching, almost completing a pattern. Team 8791 getting one artifact into their depot. We have some really interesting designs here on our robots. We seem to have Team 8149 has a 3D printed center of their robot. I'm pretty sure there's a name for that piece, but I don't know it. That is our 20-second warning. We are now stepping into endgame. Teams may be attempting to park. Now, I don't know that we have any teams today that can park over each other, but we will see. That is the end of qualification match number 5. Congratulations and good luck to both teams. All right, let's go ahead and see those scores for qualification match number 5. Congratulations to the Red Alliance, and good job to the Blue Alliance. It was a very, very close match.
All right, let's introduce the teams for qualification match number 6. On the Red Alliance, we have team 31732, the Superchargers, and their alliance partner, team 30733, Screaming Robotic Goats with a Z. And on the Blue Alliance, we have team 32888, Mach 8. And their alliance partner, team 22444, Revelation. We are ready to be randomized, and we have that pattern. Now our teams are going to have to try to create that pattern if they want to get some extra points. We are ready to get this match started in 3, 2, 1. And that is incredible watching Team 32888 launching those artifacts straight into their depot. Now the Red Alliance having a similar strategy, just as impressive. But the Blue Alliance is autonomous. It's just picking up artifact after artifact, really utilizing their autonomous period and successfully parking.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Now, the robots are moving all over the field. The Blue Alliance already unleashing all those artifacts back onto the field. An artifact accidentally hitting one of our players. Once again, another good reminder to always use those safety glasses. A couple of collisions on the field as our robots are moving with speed to get these artifacts into these depots. Blue Alliance again scoring, and the Red Alliance also has an artifact in that ramp right there. Blue Alliance just nearly getting that artifact just outside, putting a volunteer to work. The Red Alliance has 2 artifacts geared up and doesn't quite make it in on that. Oh, and the Blue Alliance doesn't either. Robots just moving all over, coming up on a minute in this match. 32888 picking up artifacts, looking like they're trying to recreate that pattern, putting their human player to work once again. The Red Alliance gearing up to score and successfully getting both of those artifacts into their depot. Red Alliance once again preparing to get those artifacts into their depot. The Blue Alliance getting some from their human player, but looking like they are going to try to get into that depot. We have 30 seconds left in this match, 10 seconds left till end game. Both of our alliances really utilizing this time, but artifacts are all over the field. It's still anyone's game as we head into end game. Not seeing much of a difference as far as strategy as we come up on 10 seconds. Looks like they're all trying to park. And the match is going to be over in 4, 3, 2, 1. That is the end of qualification match number 6. Big round of applause and congratulations to all of our teams. All right, it looks like we have the results for qualification match number 6. And it looks like the Blue Alliance has won. Congratulations to all of our teams.
Let's go ahead and meet our teams for qualification match number 7. Starting us off on the Red Alliance, we have Team 11959, Colonel Panic. Joining them on the Red Alliance, we have Team 32536, Golden Gizmos. Starting us off on the Blue Alliance, we have Team 8793, Wired Woodman. And lastly, on the Blue Alliance, we have Team 9864, Jug Rocks Robotics. Let's go ahead and get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go. Off in our autonomous, we have Team 9864 shooting in at least one of those patterns, possibly. I'm not sure if it counts if it's backwards. We have Team 11959 going in for their autonomous as well. It seems to be like they launched a couple artifacts, didn't quite make it though. That marks the end of our autonomous period.
3, 2, 1.
And that bell means the start of our teleop period. Jug Rocks Robotics seems to have an interesting mechanism for shooting their artifacts, getting all 3 of them lined up in the robot, but specifically shooting them in an order so that they correctly form the pattern. Checking in on our Red Alliance, we have Team 32536, seems to be waiting for the human player. We have a minor penalty on the red team. Team 8793 attempting to pick up one of the artifacts. We have some very nicely designed robots here. We have lots of bright colors with the blue, yellow, green, and purple. Lots of flashy robots here. 55 seconds left. Still plenty of time for these teams to flip the game. Seems that Team Colonel Panic's robot's name is Dino Digger. I really appreciate the fact that they've taken the time to name their robot. If any other teams have any names for their robots, I would like to know whenever you come up here. It's very festive. That bell marks our in-game period. We have about 10 seconds left, which is just a little bit of time to go get in that parked zone. And that alarm marks the end of our qualification match number 7. We'll get those scores hopefully soon. Our scores are ready. Congratulations to the Blue Alliance. Good job to the Red Alliance as well. Both teams tried very hard here. Back over to you, Andrew.
Thank you very much. Now, looks like we are getting started over here. All right, let's get ready to introduce the teams for qualification match number 8. On the Red Alliance, we have team 26702 Robo Defenders and their alliance partner, team 32320 Jasper Wired Cats Robotics. On the Blue Alliance, we have team 30458 Masterminds and their alliance partner, team 19366 CTF. All right, we are ready to get this match underway in 3, 2, 1. The Blue Alliance trying to score from that back launch zone, getting a couple of them artifacts in there. The Red Alliance going for that closer launch zone. We are in autonomous, and Red Alliance really putting that arm to work, throwing those artifacts, all 3 of them. Blue Alliance not quite getting those artifacts in there, but they still got a lot of time to score as we start our way into teleop.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
Drivers and controllers are in control of their robots, and these robots are fast, going all over the field, picking up artifacts left and right. The Blue Alliance has one artifact ready to be thrown into that depot. Not quite getting it in there. Red Alliance trying to do the same. Not quite getting those artifacts in that way. The Blue Alliance does have a couple in their ramp, but that Red Alliance has they might have to clear their ramp soon. Couple of collisions on the Red Alliance's side. Once again, these robots have to move really, really fast to be able to pick up these artifacts and score as much as possible. Blue Alliance has just ball after ball going into their ramp. They're going to have to clear it soon. Meanwhile, the Red Alliance has a full ramp. Blue Alliance trying to pick up those artifacts, but those artifacts right there are back, putting their human player to work. Red Alliance has 2 artifacts in the hopper. Meanwhile, the Blue Alliance has 3. Blue Alliance has 3 artifacts in their hopper. 44 seconds left. Couple of artifacts being launched outside of the field. Once again, wear your safety goggles, please. It looks like we might have something going on the Red Alliance's side. Meanwhile, the Blue Alliance just launching those artifacts one after the other. 25 seconds left in the match, coming up on end game. So, right now, we have to figure out if we're going to park, if we're going to keep scoring, what we're going to do. 10 seconds left. Looks like we have some technical difficulties. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That is the end of qualification match number 8. Big round of applause to our competing teams. Great job, guys.
Let's go ahead and see those scores for qualification match number 8. Congratulations to the Blue Alliance and good job to the Red Alliance. Let's go ahead and meet our teams for qualification match number 9. Starting us off on the Red Alliance, we have team 32888 Mach 8. Joining them on the Red Alliance, we have team 13295 Disaster Management. And it seems that on the Blue Alliance, we have a Christmas-colored Roboreal pair-up, starting off with Team 15455, the Crimson Roboreals. Joining them, Team 26897, the Emerald Roboreals. All right, let's go ahead and get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go. Immediately starting off, we have Team 13295 moving to park in the white box in the corner. Looks like almost all of our robots are out on the field scoring. Team 32888 is going to successfully score and fill up that classification ramp. At least one pattern in there. Checking on our Blue Alliance, they also have scored one pattern in our classification ramp.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And that is signaling entrance into our teleop period. We have our Red Alliance trying to clear out that classification ramp. Seems to be some issues. There they go, they got it. I believe that the teams get all of those points in autonomous, and when they clear it in their teleop period, they get to restart, keep all the points they had before, and get more points. Team 15455 launching their artifacts into the depot from all the way across the field. Reaching back to that human player station, it seems they have a very short drive from where they collect their artifacts to where they are launching them. Helps with efficiency. So plenty of time left on this robot. If we look back over to Team Mach A, they are also going right up to that depot to score at it. But there seems to be an issue here with the fact that both of these Red Alliance teams are scoring right on top of that depot. Team 15455 scoring into that. Well, we have a red major penalty on the field. Penalties are super complex in this game and very, very easy to accidentally get just by one miss flick of your controller. You can get some major penalties, giving the other team 15 points for each major penalty and 5 points for each minor penalty. We have about 30 seconds left on the clock. Again, still plenty of time. Blue Alliance now clearing that classification ramp. Teams are scrambling around, still going to their human players, trying to get patterns. 15 seconds left on the clock. Like Team 26897 is parking. Same with Team 32888. And that is our buzzer. That is all for qualification match number 9. We'll get those scores in just a minute. All right, let's go ahead and get those scores. Congratulations to our Blue Alliance. And do not forget to congratulate and say good job to our Red Alliance as well. Both teams tried very, very hard here.
All right, let's take a look at the teams for qualification match number 10. On the Red Alliance, we have team 11959, Colonel Panic, and their alliance partner, team 8149, Panic in the build room. And on the Blue Alliance, we have team 10755, the Techno Mages, and their alliance partner, team 31732, Superchargers. All right, we are ready to start this round in 3, 2, 1. Blue Alliance having a little bit of a collision. Those artifacts not quite getting in there. Meanwhile, the Red Alliance got a couple in their depot. Blue Alliance getting that last artifact in there. Looking like they're going to try and park now. Now, it looks like we are going to be going head-to-head in this match. This looks like we have pretty even alliances, if you ask me.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And that bell means we are in teleop. Robots moving all over the field. A couple of collisions. Red Alliance has a couple of artifacts ready to be shot into that depot. Meanwhile, the Blue Alliance moving around trying to get artifacts as well. This is a game of consistency, and it looks like we have similar strategies going around for both alliances. Both the Red Alliance partners are trying to get those artifacts into their depot. Blue Alliance doing the same thing, but it looks like those artifacts are getting flipped back into itself. Blue Alliance putting their human player to work with 2 artifacts ready to be thrown. Not quite getting one of them in. Let's see if it can get that second one. Falls just a little bit short. Meanwhile, the Red Alliance is scoring those artifacts. We are coming up on 1 minute in qualification round number 10. Now, the Blue Alliance again trying to shoot one of those artifacts and not quite getting it in there. Its alliance partner has 2 artifacts ready to go. Red Alliance not quite getting that last artifact in there, but 8149 is moving around, picking up artifacts to score. We have 40 seconds left in this match. All of our alliances are having a similar strategy of just picking up these artifacts and putting them into their depot. Blue Alliance scoring 2. The Red Alliance has a full ramp. Now they're going to have to figure out how they're going to keep on scoring with that many artifacts left. We are in the end game now. We have 15 seconds left in this match. We got to figure out if we're going to park or not. 10 seconds left. And this round will be over in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Controllers down. Congratulations to all of our teams.
All right, attention everybody. I would just like to make it known that if you are an alumni of First or a high school senior, after this match 11, we will be conducting a photo for all of our seniors and all of our alumni up here at the blue photo background. So if you are a high school senior or an alumni, please start making your way down to the field to get your picture taken. Thank you.
Yep. All right, we have the score from our last match, round number 10, and the Blue Alliance takes the win. Congratulations to all our teams.
Hi, teams. I just want to make a quick announcement, both now, presently, and especially after lunch. In First, we don't save seats, so we want to make sure if spectators come and are looking for a seat, that you slide down and allow any spectator to come and sit. Okay, we want to welcome all spectators to cheer you on. So the answer should never be, oh, we have teammates coming back sitting here. The answer should always be, oh, let us shove down and leave space for you to sit. So please join us, be welcoming, and allow any spectator to take an open seat. Thank you.
All right, let's go ahead and meet our teams for qualification match number 11. Starting us off on the Red Alliance, we have Team 7193 South Spencer High School. Joining them, we have Team 8793 Wired Woodman. Starting us off on the Blue Alliance, we have Team 21945 the Purple Roboreals. And rounding out our Blue Alliance, we have Team 8791 Green Machine. All right, let's go ahead and get this match started in 3, 2, 1, go. Looks like we have one robot on each team going for that autonomous. Our Blue Alliance made all 3 artifacts. Red Alliance missed just slightly. It seems our Blue Alliance has also correctly guessed that randomized pattern.
Drivers, pick up your controllers. 3, 2, 1.
And that bell is the start of our teleop period. Teams are now going to try to empty that classifying ramp so that they can get more points. It seems that one of our robots has lost one of their alliance markers. We have artifacts flying everywhere out here, but it seems the Blue Alliance is going to empty that classifying ramp once again, they having already filled it twice now. 1 minute and 15 seconds left. There's still plenty of time for these teams to turn around their scores. We have some Red Alliance robots. It appears to be, they might be playing some defense. Playing defense at a match like this is it takes a lot of skill because, as we've talked about earlier, penalties come by very easily. So you have to be very careful when playing defense. 40 seconds left in this match. Team 21945 scoring 3 of those artifacts. Artifacts are flying everywhere out here. We have some really interesting designs for a robot here. It seems that Team 21945 has the top of the robot spins around so that they can shoot their artifacts whichever direction they might need to. 5 seconds left in this match. And that is time for qualification match number 11. All right, let's go ahead and get our scores for this match. Congratulations to our Blue Alliance and good job to our Red Alliance. And just as one last reminder, high school seniors and alumni, please make your way down to the field. We are going to be taking those photos momentarily.